Hello, it's Andy Way here. In today's video, I am gonna show you how powerful can you actually be and what is the most damage you can do in survival Minecraft. Also, if you like this kind of video, please leave a like and subscribe. You can always cancel it later, and it really means a lot to me. Thank you very much. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, now here are a row of villagers, and let's start without being simple. What about some snowballs? Probably not so good. Let's see. Hi there, do you want a snow fight? Uh-huh. Only 0 point damage, which is not very good. No matter how many snowball you hit them, unless it is a blaze, it will still be 0. Not so good, huh? Alright, let's see. There are no things in this chest, so we have to rely on our fists. Pretty good. That is a solid 1 HP, which is half a heart. And what about if I crit hit you? Which is 1.5 HP, which is 0.75 hearts. And it is, I have to say, not so good. I'll leave you alone there. Bye, sir. Now, I'm not gonna bother about those like iron swords or such. Let's start with ours big. But first, we have to see how projectiles work. What does normal arrows plus normal bow do? How many damage? Let's see. 11 with a fully charged bow, which is equivalent to like 5 hearts, which is, I have to say, really good. However, it depends on how fast your arrows are, so it might not be consistent, but you are able to do at least like 4 hearts of damage per hit with a normal bow, which is actually very good. Alright, let's see something different now. What about a power 5 bow with insta damage 2 arrows? Let's see how this worked out. I'm gonna fully charge this. I'm sorry, villager, but you might die with 1 hit. Oh, not so bad. 17 damage, which can almost wipe out an unarmed person's health. So, and 2 fully charged shots could take an iron. Out. Yeah, you can take out a man with full iron with 2 single shots. Yeah, it is not so consistent since it much depends on how fast how fast the arrow goes, and but you can do at least like 6 to 7 hearts of damage per hit with this bow and arrow. Now let's move on to something very interesting. Netherite sword, 8 attack damage. So as you can see, single hit, 8, pretty good, which is 4 hearts of damage to an unarmed person. What about crit hit? Oh my god, that's pretty good. That's 12 point damage, which is like 6 hearts of damage. And I have to say it's pretty good. It's very good. And also its attack speed might not seem very fast, but it can come in very handy, especially when you are with several enemies all attacking you at once. Now let's move on to the netherite axe. Alright, let's see. One single hit is 10 attack damage, like this, which can wipe out an unarmed person of 5 hearts of health, which is pretty insane. And let's see. How about a crit hit? 15. How crazy is that? However, X does not have a very fast attack speed, so it might not be very handy if you are. It might not come very handy if you are fighting multiple enemies, and especially with unenchanted, this is not so good as it seems. Alright, let's move on to enchantments. What about the sharp 5 netherite sword? How much damage can it do? Let's see. Bam! A solid 11 HP, which is equivalent to 5.5 hearts, and compared to the 8 damage it does without crit hit, this is pretty insane. It can deal an additional 1.5 damage, hearts of damage to a person. Now what about crit hit? 15. Pretty insane. It is equivalent to an unenchanted netherite axe while crit hitting. So I personally recommend netherite sword in survival Minecraft with only one person. But if on SMP, I recommend this Sharp 5 axe. It can constantly do a lot more damage to a person. Let's see. What about a normal hit? 13. That's like almost more than half the health an armed person has. What about a crit hit? 18. That's pretty insane. So, like, if you met a person who has no armor, no other food, no golden apples, no other things like those, you can pretty much literally one-shot them if they are not at full health. You can deal 9 hearts of damage to them. Isn't that insane? Alright, I'm gonna take out these two, and let's see how well it can do with a potion of strength. I'm especially referring to strength 2. Okay, let's see sword first. I'm just gonna start crit hitting. That's a 17 damage, which is pretty insane, but that's just a normal hit, I suppose. Yeah, in a crit hit, you can deal 24 HP, which is 12 hearts. So if a person with no armor 8 and gapple, you can one-shot him as well. This is actually insane. So what about a netherite axe? I think this single hit would take him out, so I'm just gonna start crit hitting. A crit hit can take like the 27 HP, which is equivalent to 13.5 hearts. So like I'm assuming that you can literally one shot an iron armor guy. Yeah, this is actually insane. However, not as insane as we are about to move to. Now enough of these normal weapons, let's move on to some explosives. What about end crystal? End crystals can be placed on obsidian or uh, or bedrock. Yeah, and it is pretty insane. Uh, okay. Alright, this is actually a bit dangerous. I'm afraid that I'm gonna be a one shot. Okay. That's pretty good. However, we are gonna test out its full potential. With this little villager. Hi there. Okay. Would you mind moving a little bit that way? Yeah, good boy. Alright. Alright, let's see how this will work out. Let's see what a full BAM will work. Oh my god. That's a solid uh 80 80 points of damage, and it is very explosive, I have to say. You can pretty much wipe out health of an full netherite armor, I have to say, which is pretty insane. And this is also an explosive that only works in the overworld. And let's test out somewhere else. Okay, here's a villager. I'm gonna give myself a spawn anchor. This only works in overworld and it's very powerful. Okay, here goes an respawn anchor. Don't you even try to run away from me, little villager. And I'm gonna be one-shotted as well, so I might as well hide in a hole. And why are you here, bruh? Don't you even try? Okay, yeah, good boy. Damn. I killed myself as well. Huh. Yeah, I think I shall go into creative mode. Alright, let's get another villager to test. Uh, yeah, and respawn anchor. Some glowstone to charge it up. Let's move on to a safer place. Yeah, this is a safer spot. Okay, there you go, little villager. Let's see how spawn anchor does. So this is not especially considered as an weapon. So I'm just gonna showcase how OP this is, and its equivalent damage uh like a single blast of end crystal or so. And bam. Alright. It can literally two-shot an iron golem, so that's pretty OP. And okay, okay, let's see something else now. I'm gonna go back into, yeah. This is also a thing that can one-shot me, so I might as well just do it in creative mode. Alright, hello there. This is a flame bow, and in case you don't know, it can explode minecart TNT. And let's see, how much damage can a single minecart do? Well, this might not seem so good, especially because he is not at the spot, and this is a TNT minecart, and let's test out its full potential. That's a solid 60 HP, and you can literally, and I have to say, you can literally one shot a person with this thing. And however, this might not be so good if you are in like combat. So and it's highly explosive and can take you out as well. So this is a very dangerous weapon. However, in very special cases, like you are trapped in an like you are trapped in a prison, and you can this to got yourself out if you got a totem. Alright, let's move on to some new things that was only added in 1.21. Alright, I am. Oh, wait a moment. I'm just gonna throw these. I'm just gonna throw these away. Okay. I'm especially referring to mace. Mace. I shall give you a little introduction. Mace is a weapon that its base damage is quite similar to an iron sword, which is also uh, 6 attack damage. It has very low attack speed, which is, however, it is insanely OP. If you drop from a high place and hit a target before you hit the ground, you'll find out that you can do as much damage as possible. So like I'm dropping from 15 blocks and you can do more than 6 damage, actually a lot more if you hit that target. And Mace considers your attack damage with how high you fell and how fast you fell. So let's see what it will do to this poor little guy. Oops, I did not hit him, which is not good. I'm just gonna hit him from here. Oh my god. Such short for distance, and it did almost 40 hearts, 40 HP, which is equivalent to 20 hearts. That's very, very insane. However, there are actually 2 custom enchants for Mace. I'm not gonna mention Wind Burst because it doesn't particularly do its damage. First is Breach. Also, this does not increase your damage per block you fall, but it is especially good for armored person. Every single level of breach will ignore 25% of armor protection. So if you have breach 4, even if like a fully enchanted netherite guy come to you, you can still like one shot him with this breach mace, cause you know armor does not count. So everyone to you is literally naked. And let's see how this does. That's a solid 44 points of damage, which is equivalent to 20 hearts. Pretty good. However, density is the most OP one. Why is it overpowered? Every density level will increase your hit damage per block you fall. So like, I'm like the same height with the breach or even lower, and let's see how much does density 5 does compared to breach. That's a solid that's a solid 51%, which is equivalent to 25 hearts. Literally, like 3 hearts improve, and I was even lower. So that's pretty insane. Now let's go to survival mode. Oh wait, before we go to survival mode, let's first enter the nether. Okay, as you can see here, a little villager is chilling in this place. However, bad might seem like a pretty good weapon in the nether. I'm sorry little guy, but you are about to die. I'm gonna release you. And bam. Sorry, sorry, poor little guy. I did not mean to do that, of course. Bye bye. Yeah, that's how OP beds are in the nether, which is similar to the respawn anchor in the overworld, and it does literally the same damage as the end crystal will do. So it's pretty OP. But let's move on to something more interesting and something that uh, you might be very interested in. Alright, let's first turn into survival mode. Okay, let's go through this long tunnel. And here's some armor and a guest for us. Let's put on this armor at first. Okay. I have to say this is a pretty decent place to fight a guest. I'm gonna spawn in it. Hi there, guest. Oops. As you can see, if I hit a guest with its fireball back, I can get an achievement returned to sender, and you may notice that I have done a solid 1000 point of damage to a guest, which is equivalent to 500 hearts. And how insane is that? You can't even do that like with a normal weapon, or even with several blasts of minecart TNT minecart, or other things. And I have to say, it's really insane. And alright, that might seem very, very crazy. But what I'm about to show you, which is the final damage the largest damage possible you can do in survival Minecraft, is even crazier. Now let's head through this portal. Okay. Now you may wonder, what is even is even more overpowered than that solid 1000 point of damage? Here, parrot to cookie. If you don't know, or you have a very bad biology class, cocoa beans, chocolate or such is actually poisonous to dogs and parrots. So I'm just gonna spawn in a carrot and give him a cookie. Please open your eyes wide and see what the number is. Bam. I don't even want to talk about this number, okay? That's insane. Again, 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 and it became infinity. I don't even want to talk about this. Alright, that's pretty much it. And if you enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to share it with your friends, subscribe, and leave that like. That's pretty much all of it. Bye.